Welcome back to the channel. The 1994 quarter dollar represents a moment just before a major transformation in U.S. coinage history. Only a few years later, the introduction of the state quarters program would dramatically change how Americans viewed and collected quarters. Because of its high mintage numbers, the 1994 quarter is commonly found in circulation even today. Its availability makes it an ideal reference coin for beginners learning how to identify mint marks and grades. Collectors often examine the quality of Washington's hair detail when evaluating 1994 quarters. Strong strikes with defined curls and minimal wear are more desirable. The eagle on the reverse can also vary in sharpness. Well-preserved examples show distinct feather separation and strong contrast between raised and flat surfaces. During the mid-1990s, U.S. mint technology emphasized efficiency and consistency. The 1994 quarter reflects these priorities through its clean lines and standardized appearance. Coin roll hunting remains a popular way to search for uncirculated 1994 quarters. Occasionally, high-quality examples surface from long-stored rolls or bank-wrapped sets. Although the coin has no special commemorative design, its historical context gives it quiet significance. It represents everyday America just before the digital age accelerated. The 1994 quarter is often included in nostalgic collections that focus on pre-2000 U.S. coinage, appealing to collectors who grew up using these coins daily. From vending machines to toll booths, the quarter dollar was an essential part of daily transactions, making it one of the most handled coins of the era. Where patterns on circulated 1994 quarters tell unique stories. Some coins show smooth surfaces from decades of use, while others retain surprising detail. Uncirculated examples are typically stored in mint sets or private collections, protected from the wear seen in circulated coins. The copper-nickel composition of the quarter gives it a distinctive sound when dropped, a familiar sensory detail remembered by many Americans. Educational coin programs frequently use quarters like the 1994 issue to teach students about U.S. history, presidents, and national symbols. International collectors often seek Washington quarters to represent modern U.S. currency, and the 1994 issue fits well within that context. Compared to earlier decades, the 1994 quarter reflects a time of relative economic stability and growing consumer culture. The consistent design of the quarter provided a sense of continuity before the visual variety introduced by later series. For longtime collectors, coins from the 1990s marked the transition between traditional collecting and the mass public interest sparked by state designs. The 1994 quarter is also valued for its role in completing full date and mint runs of the Washington Quarter series. Even without rarity, the coin's historical placement gives it meaning beyond face value. Numismatics encourages the Washington Quarter design seen on the 1994 issue had already stood the test of time for more than 6 decades, making it one of the most enduring designs in American numismatics. For many Americans, quarters from the 1990s are tied to everyday memories such as arcade games, laundromats, parking meters, and public transportation. The durability of the copper-nickel clad composition allowed 1994 quarters to survive heavy use without losing complete legibility. Even after decades of circulation, collectors often compare Philadelphia and Denver mint strikes to identify subtle differences in luster and surface texture. Some 1994 quarters exhibit light toning, adding visual interest and uniqueness to otherwise common coins. The reeded edge of the quarter not only prevents counterfeiting, but also provides a familiar tactile feel that distinguishes it from smaller denominations. Because no major design changes occurred in 1994, the coin reflects continuity rather than experimentation in U.S. mint production. The Washington Quarter Series as a whole is often collected in full date runs, making the 1994 issue an essential component of any complete set. Circulated examples serve as excellent study pieces for learning about wear patterns, including flattening of high points and loss of mint luster. Uncirculated 1994 quarters often remain sealed in original government mint sets, preserving their original finish. As the decade progressed, public interest in coin collecting would soon be revitalized by new designs. But coins like the 1994 quarter laid the groundwork. Internationally, U.S. quarters are often recognized instantly, and the 1994 issue represents a classic and conservative design style. The eagle reverse design symbolizes national strength and unity, values that remained important during the post-Cold War period. Coins from this era reflect a time before digital payments became dominant, when physical currency was central to daily life. For historians, everyday coins like the 1994 quarter provide insight into economic habits and design priorities of the time. The absence of silver content highlights the shift toward practicality and cost efficiency in modern U.S. coinage. Collectors sometimes seek out particularly sharp examples to demonstrate the highest possible strike quality for the year. The quarter's consistent dimensions allowed it to remain compatible with older vending and transit systems. As years pass, fewer high-grade 1994 quarters remain in circulation, slowly increasing interest among collectors. Coins such as this encourage appreciation of ordinary objects as carriers of history and culture. The 1994 quarter dollar stands as a quiet but meaningful symbol of stability, familiarity, and American tradition.